In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 26, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Clippers vs. Toronto Raptors. The upcoming clash between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Toronto Raptors is set to take place at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario. The Clippers, currently boasting a season record of 28-14, find themselves positioned 4th in the highly competitive Western Conference. In contrast, the Raptors are grappling with a less favorable standing, residing at the 12th spot in the Eastern Conference with a record of 16 wins and 28 losses. Notably, the two teams crossed paths just a fortnight ago, resulting in a 126-120 triumph for the Clippers. Having demonstrated remarkable form, the Los Angeles Clippers are riding the wave of success, securing victories in 11 of their last 13 encounters. Their recent performance saw them claim a convincing 127-116 home win over the Lakers, with Kawhi Leonard leading the charge with a remarkable triple-double, tallying 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. The dynamic trio of Leonard, James Harden, and Paul George, along with notable contributions from Norman Powell and Terrence Mann, propelled the Clippers to an impressive 59% shooting accuracy from the field and a stellar 14 of 27 from beyond the arc. This display allowed them to seize control early on, amassing 77 points in the first half and establishing a comfortable 16-point lead. On the flip side, the Toronto Raptors find themselves ensnared in a challenging phase, marked by 7 losses in their last 8 outings. Eager to break free from a 3-game losing streak, the Raptors faced a setback with a 108-100 loss to the Grizzlies, a team depleted due to various absences. Despite R.J. Barrett's commendable performance with 29 points, the Raptors struggled to maintain pace throughout the game, falling behind by as much as 19 points and never managing to take the lead. Notably, key player Emmanuel quickly had a tough game, scoring only 8 points on 3 of 13 shooting with 4 turnovers. The injury report reveals that the Clippers are still without Ivica Zubac due to a calf strain, while the Raptors are missing the contributions of Jakob Poeltl and the sidelined Emmanuel quickly. The upcoming matchup between these two teams symbolizes a stark contrast in trajectories, with the Clippers showcasing their best form in recent games, securing 11 victories in their last 13 contests. In contrast, the Raptors are navigating through their most challenging stretch of the season, compounded by a recent loss to a depleted Grizzlies squad. Recent trends in performance metrics further emphasize this divergence, with the Clippers boasting a 4-1 against the spread record in their last 5 games, while the Raptors have struggled with a 1-4 against the spread mark during the same span. The absence of Pascal Siakam has undeniably weakened the competitive edge of the Raptors, and the situation is exacerbated with Emmanuel quickly on the sidelines. In contrast, the Clippers emerge as serious contenders for the Western Conference crown, solidifying their dominance with a recent victory over the Lakers. As the teams head into the matchup, their trajectories become even more apparent, with the Clippers securing victories in their last 3 outings, while the Raptors find themselves on a 3-game losing streak. The Raptors' offensive struggles have been particularly glaring in recent weeks, contributing to their challenging circumstances. On the contrary, the Clippers continue their winning streak, establishing themselves as a formidable force in the league, covering the spread in 7 of their last 10 games. An analysis of offensive and defensive ratings further solidifies the Clippers' position as a 10-point favorite in the upcoming clash. Despite the seemingly thick number for a road team, the Clippers' exceptional form and talent advantage make them a compelling choice here, so the Los Clippers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Turning attention to the total, the under has proven profitable in the last 5 consecutive Raptors games. The visitors, ranked 25th in pace, are unlikely to engage in a high-scoring, fast-paced contest. Anticipating an early lead and a controlled victory, with backups taking the reins in the 4th quarter, the under seems a prudent choice. The Raptors' limited fouls further diminish the scoring opportunities for the Clippers, aligning with the expectation of a total below the projected figure. With Pascal Siakam's absence and quickly sidelined, mind, the Raptors' offensive struggles are poised to persist. A closer examination of both teams' averages in their recent 3 games throughout the season and in home-away settings yields a projected total of 230. Considering the relatively low average pace of 101 possessions for both teams, the final predicted total stands at 232. Under the projected total is our full game total pick, as both teams seem poised for a more restrained scoring affair. Orlando Magic versus Memphis Grizzlies. On Friday nights, the NBA courts come alive with action. The stage is set for an intriguing matchup between the Orlando Magic and the Memphis Grizzlies. The battleground for this clash is the FedEx Forum, where the Magic are poised to confront the Grizzlies for the first time in the current season. Notably, Memphis boasts a 4-game winning streak against the Magic, having successfully swept the series in the past 2 seasons. The question that looms large is whether the Grizzlies will extend their winning streak, or will Orlando manage to exact revenge. The Orlando Magic find themselves in a challenging phase, having lost 6 of their last 8 games. Aiming for redemption after a demoralizing 126-99 defeat to the Cavaliers on Monday, the Magic must regroup for their encounter with the Grizzlies. Paolo Banchero led the team in their last outing with 18 points and 6 assists, supported by Franz Wagner's 17 points and Moritz Wagner's 15 points off the bench. Despite shooting 45% from the field and connecting on 11 of 29 three-point attempts, the Magic struggled from the outset, falling behind by 25 points at halftime and facing a deficit that peaked at 36 points in the third quarter. Notable contributors like Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony had subdued performances, recording just 6 and 5 points, respectively. On the flip side, the Memphis Grizzlies are gaining momentum, eyeing a 3rd consecutive victory after defeating the Heat 105-96 on the road. Vince Williams led the charge with 25 points on an efficient 8 of 1-0 shooting, supported by G.G. Jackson's 17 points off the bench and 15 points each from Jaren Jackson Jr. and Scottie Pippen Jr. The Grizzlies, shooting 45% from the field and 17 of 36 from beyond the arc, showcased their defensive prowess, limiting the Heat to just 20 points in the second quarter, establishing a 14-point lead. Despite Jaren Jackson Jr.'s challenging shooting night and Zaire Williams going scoreless off the bench, Memphis secured the win. As the Magic entered the contest with Gary Harris still sidelined, the Grizzlies faced their own challenges with key players such as Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Derrick Rose unavailable. An intriguing aspect of Memphis's season is their subpar performance at home, boasting a 4-15 record at FedEx Forum. Despite recent road victories, betting against them on their home court seems prudent, especially when considering Orlando's superior defense and more effective struggling offense compared to Memphis. Credit is due to the Grizzlies for surprising wins against formidable opponents like the Raptors and Heat. However, their roster, filled with G League players, remains a hindrance, particularly with numerous starters on the injury list. Despite their own issues, the Orlando Magic sport a commendable 28-16 against the spread record, making them a more reliable choice for bettors with a 63.6% cover percentage, second only to the Thunder in the NBA. Thus, the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Turning our attention to the total points, despite expectations of a low opening, it is inconsequential. Both Memphis and Orlando exhibit a deliberate pace this season, with offenses ranking 24th or lower in offensive rating and points per game. The Magic boast a top 10 defense, while the Grizzlies hover just outside that threshold. Memphis's offensive metrics fall below average, particularly at home, where they score fewer points. Orlando's scoring decreases on the road to 109, relying heavily on offensive rebounding and free throw shooting. In light of these factors, it is conceivable that this game may not reach the 200-point mark. Consequently, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Milwaukee Bucks. The upcoming clash between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks is set to unfold on Friday at the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. The Cavaliers, currently holding the 4th position in the Eastern Conference with a record of 26-16, will be facing the Bucks, who stand at 31-13, securing the 2nd spot in the Eastern Conference. This game marks the 2nd consecutive meeting between the two teams within a 3-day span, both games being hosted at the Fiserv Forum. The initial encounter on Wednesday saw Milwaukee triumph with a scoreline of 126-116, bringing an end to the Cavaliers' impressive 8-game winning streak. In contrast, the Bucks secured their third consecutive victory, the first under the leadership of their newly appointed head coach, Adrian Griffin. As we delve into the statistics of the season series, the Bucks lead 2-1, and considering this is the second time these teams are facing off in a short time frame, expectations are high for an intense and closely contested matchup. Despite the recent loss, there is optimism that the Cavaliers will bring heightened energy to the court in this game. Notably, Giannis Antetokounmpo is listed as probable to play, albeit dealing with a back injury, which adds an element of suspense leading up to tip-off. The Cavaliers, holding an 11-8 record on the road this season, will be up against a Bucks team that has shown prowess at home. However, the Bucks are undergoing an adjustment phase to adapt to the strategies imposed by their new head coach, Doc Rivers. The Cavaliers, with a season record of 22-20 against the spread, present a challenging opponent for the Bucks, who have struggled with a 17-26 against the spread record. In terms of recent performance, the Cavaliers have covered the spread in 5 of their last 6 overall games and 4 of the last 6 games played on the road. On the contrary, the Bucks have faltered, failing to cover the spread in 5 of their last 6 games overall and in 4 of the last 5 when facing teams from the Central Division. Despite the defensive shortcomings exhibited by the Cavaliers in the previous encounter, where they fell short on Wednesday night, their overall defensive prowess remains noteworthy. Currently ranked 2nd in the NBA for points allowed, 4th in field goal percentage allowed, and 8th in three-point shooting percentage allowed, the Cavaliers have demonstrated resilience despite missing key players for a significant part of the season. Considering the Bucks' recent defensive struggles and their subpar performance against the spread, skepticism arises when considering them as favorites in this matchup. The Cavaliers, who have emerged victorious in 8 of their last 9 games and covered the spread in 7 of their last 10, appear to hold value as underdogs. Thus, the Cleveland Cavaliers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Turning our attention to the total points projection, recent trends indicate that the total has finished under in 4 of Cleveland's last 6 games and in 6 of the last 7 games against teams from the Central Division. Furthermore, Cleveland boasts the second best defensive efficiency in the NBA, allowing an average of 108 points per game, while ranking 15th in offensive efficiency at 113 points per game. Given these defensive strengths and offensive limitations, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.